Brothers and sisters, we back. One more again. I had to shoot it off early because last night I had to I got called in on some weird shit. Anyway, so I'm gonna just shoot this off before they try to do a funny move on me and I don't get to do this at the time I wanted to do it at. Boom. All the black in the world, the wheat, the tear. The wheat and tear, whatever, however y'all want to. I'm not gonna get biblically inclined into nothing. I'm about to shoot straight from the hip. Number one, the people that were first created. It depending on what pantheon of belief you come from, dictates how you got here, in more ways than one. So, all these people who, I've been listening and listening and listening and listening and listening. I gotta go at everybody again. So, again, you got slave trade deniers. You've got Egyptologists. You've got Nubians or Nubians. You've got the black Hebrew Israelites. And I have to put emphasis on the word black Hebrew, as if there's any other kind of Hebrew. That being said, the Gentiles that have been left out of this and have not received the level of criticism and have not received the level of unbridled justice for their chicanery. Now, I'm going to get into facial profiles, hair profiles, skin profiles. Not pulling up no pictures. It's not worth the time because your two eyes will tell you more than the pictures ever will. Depending on the environment you grew up in, depends on the kind of black people you saw. So when people say that we're the natives, well, which ones? Because most of those tribes were wiped smooth, clean off the face of the earth. As Brother Andre likes to say, none of these guys speak the language, but I mean, that is a misnomer because most people that have been conquered thoroughly don't speak the language that they spoke before all the way. Now, the pushback one would have for my context there would be that people in Africa still speak their native tongues from umpteen hundred years ago. So that would be the pushback, is that how did they keep their tongue, right? And these people didn't keep any of theirs. Excellent point. Now, when we talk about all the black in the world, we have to be very aware that there are many groups of individuals who lacketh the Afro-genetic, but are dark-skinned, dark-haired, and their eyes are of variance. Why this is so important for me to say is because it's worth noting that all of them are not trash bags, just most of them. And why I say that is because the reason why the European was able to come here and dominate was because they didn't have unity. You cannot speak on something as if it existed, but yet we exist now in this very plight. Do I make any sense to anybody? So when I say that, I'm not saying it to be a rude or dismissive, but there is a level of conflation and then willful deniability behind the conflation that allows people to even operate in this manner. If a man tells you, again, that a cat and a dog can breed successfully and that the offspring can breed interminglingly between cat and dog, I ask you, how long until you say the cat is no longer a cat and is a dog? And how long do you say this is no longer a dog but is a cat? You don't want to answer these questions because if you do, that means that your ideas in your mind have to be quelled. And you yourself have to be sequestered somewhere and put somewhere with the tiniest of jackets. Yes, and much sedation. That being said, if I was a man who told you that when they first got here, because understand, they were big black people when they got here. The people that they brought from Africa weren't all big black. The dudes that you guys see that are of abnormal stature, a lot of those guys are people who were here. Yes. And then the ones who were not here have been brought here. This is a fact. They won't tell you this because they don't want you to know that. Again, if there ever was a reason to hide who people were, it's so that way those who have done the most impactful things are the most diminished. This is a true thing. If you go look up list of inventions and then start to look at who created them and then looked at their profile as a person, you'll find out these are mostly regular sized people who were geniuses. There are a few outliers. The outliers are not the standard. The standard are the people who make it happen regardless or irregardless, to be unconventional and to be informal. Now, that being said, again, one can only wonder, all the black in the world, all the black in the world, listen to me, all the black in the world, go and find me legislation that matches that of which that tells a person in 1790 that a slave, a black man, has no rights to his own intellectual property and has no right to gain off of it. Find that in another land. Show me. Pull it up and show me. I won't do no research on it because it's damn near transparent. It just doesn't exist, y'all. That's not how they legislated in those lands. You talk about the creativity of a specific group who, through their oppression, have been skillful in all the places they have been through the four corners of the earth. That being totally put aside, here in Babylon, the body, the brain, the heart, the soul, the whatever it is, the powerful piece of the spell that is the entrapment of my people for a 400-year expenditure at our cost. That is not over. That again, this is why I called out 1619. That's why I called out Benjamin Banneker. One has to understand and wonder, was Benjamin Banneker our people? Would our people do something so devious, so trite, so hateful, wicked, heinous, and inexplicable as to give a delusional mindset and a warp of understanding of time and the perception of light and day? Are we supposed to sit here and act as if that was an action that was meant to be? Or am I supposed to believe that somehow, some way, this man was one of us and he wanted to throw off the white man's understanding of the 400 year? Right. I'm perceptive enough to at least give rise to different thoughts. I will not tell myself anything less than the fact that man is a devil. And he will be burning in hell because nothing he did was righteous. Changed how people perceive time. When the light of the day is upon the earth, it is day. When it is no longer present, it is night. That is it. That is all. For people to try to distinguish their moments of hours and minutes, those are the differences between night and day. It's the difference between dry and wet, hot and cold. Motherfucker, there is a bridge between this shit. Do you understand me? So when you get into your mindset that is at best creative, and in its worst blasphemous, I have to ask you this. Do you really believe that if all black people were truly the same, here in this land, and we were all of one blood, one genus, would we truly, really murder one another like this? No. It's because people are not the same. And it's not just from the bloodline that they seed from, it's their visible, actual body. This is how people would know who bred out back in the day. Oh, this nigga got a beard up to his eyes. Oh, yeah, they've been sleeping with some Middle Earthers. Oh, this nigga barely got a Fu Manchu. They've been sleeping with some Middle Earthers, Gentiles, whatever you want to call them, right? Because they might be from the mountains. I don't want to put every Gentile into the category of Middle Earther, but they all went into the earth to be saved from the flood. Fast forward, neither here nor there. The point is this, is that if the San Bushman people, let's just use them, beautiful people, lovely people, have an extreme divine knowledge of flora and fauna in the land in which they live at a level that is unparalleled by anybody else in the land. That is a foregone conclusion, a fact I will never deny. If you ask me about any group, something that I know about them, I will tell you something positive first before I get into the negative. But because these groups have been so negative, so hateful to us, I have to be what they are to me first. So why would I give them any credence to anything if they've hated me this whole time? They hate you too, brothers and sisters. This is not just a one-man discriminatory action. They hate us as a group. And it's not all Americans they hate. It's a specific group that they can look at and say, those are the children of the people that we sold, and we hate them. See, God has blessed it. God has blessed it to where all we have to do is look and perceive and say, who is this person? I get it. People get lighter and darker throughout the year. That's a foregone conclusion. You spend more time in the sun, you're gonna get darker. You spend less time in the sun, you're gonna get lighter. How lighter, how dark you get is all dictatorial, dictatorial of your phenotype, genotype alignment. I don't expect anybody from Scotland to get as black as somebody from Uganda. It's, again, the genetic strata has a specific phenomena or physical appearance it wants to take place or has to take place and based on genetic strata. So again, the imposters can only impose so much. This is why everything they say is fake. Listen, y'all, do not believe them. If we're gonna go based on Islam, they say that their God struck one shoulder and the other shoulder, and white apes and black apes came out respectively on either side. That's crazy. Word to brother scribe for the game years and years ago. I'll never again. I'm a astute man. I pay attention to what people say. More than that, I gather it and I put it together. So if you say something and I'm actually involved in what you're saying, I obsess over fine-tuned details, as we call nuance. I obsess over things like that. For somebody to try to tell me that, again, that all the black in the world should be antiquated to a group of people who live in a land where in which the people of the land said that they were already here, even though there's indications, there's factual evidence that they indeed were brought here in numbers. And what? So what? Those people did no procreating? They had no children? There was no Planned Parenthood, y'all. So the only abortions you could have had on a plantation was somebody hitting you in the stomach or you running a hot rod up your uterus. Let's tell the truth now. So if you talking like that and you don't even know nothing, when I say a hot rod, I'm talking about something that has some heat to it, not a whole bunch, because they want to mess up the cavity, obviously. They want to be able to still use that, but they want to be able to kill that baby. Some of them will use a hanger or a hook, but what I just said is known fact. Anyway, because the fetus can only survive an impact so hard, right on. Like again, women who do certain things are hateful, but the men put them there too. Now back to the story. For there to be people on these plantations, and you're telling me that they did no procreating at all. Now understand, you're telling us that groups that were being wiped out by the whole tribe somehow seeded this part of the land, even though less of them look like that now. Dude, listen to y'all logic. You're mentally ill. You are the people out the scripture. I have stricken thee. What? With this insanity, blindness, and astonishment of the mind. You niggas are crazy, in other words. I might be crazy, but at least I'm aware that I'm crazy to that degree. That I do the same thing, expect something different. That's what they say is insanity, right? I do my best to do my best, and I expect them to see that I'm doing my best. Yet they do not see that, y'all. That's crazy. I'm insane for practicing the same practice. But I have to do the same thing because I don't want anyone to say anything other than what is the truth about my persons. As should you, as should anyone, as should any living thing on this earth. An ant should not, a gnat, a grub in the earth, the smallest, an aphid should not allow for you to speak ill of its reputation just because you don't know it. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is no form of life that should take having its reputation sullied for the sake of someone trying to prove a point in which they have none to prove. Talking about all black people are the same. You dudes are so mentally ill that white folks can grift onto your stuff and say gingers are black people. But won't nobody tell people with freckles, hey, yo, all freckles are darker on the person, no matter the skin tone. All white people who have freckles have brown spots on their skin. Every last one of them. That's their indication that they believe that they got some black in them. I gotta have some nigga in me. See, freckles are the proof that you got some nigga in you. Not that you got some Scot or some Irish in you. It's the opposite. But they don't want to tell you the truth. Again, all the black in the world, y'all. I'm cooking. Let the chef cook, please. Do not put that hot ass butter on my eggs and you talking about you making some damn hollandaise. You're not putting that hot ass butter on. You're going to cook the eggs, nigga. Let me cook. I'll do this. Warm this shit up. Let it cool down to room temp. And then let's get it up in there. Separate my egg yolks from my egg whites, obviously. And I need a little lemon juice, obviously. A little garlic powder, a little onion powder won't hurt nothing. That's for those who like to eat those sort of things. I don't eat nothing like that. Right. You ain't got to use ham. You can use turkey. You can use the turkey hams that they sell and make you a nice eggs Benedict. You didn't even have to poach your eggs. You could fry it hard. You could do a hard poached egg. Shh. Again, I'm just giving y'all a game. Let me cook, please. The real way, the authentic way, with oil and salt, if I ain't got nothing else, because I'm really about mine. So, as I was saying, all the black in the world, all these dudes talk this talk, don't know nothing. And I wish I could cook for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours today. But I have a designated amount of time, so I got to get all this off my chest because it's been here just festering with me. And after I say this, I'm going to go back to my Bible stuff. And I'm going to go back to whatever else I feel like is relevant. But I've been wanting to break heads over this because it makes me feel some type of way. as I should. I can't speak for how you should. You should feel something for being told that a person with straight hair, with little beady eyes, who looks like a mongoloid, is your people because they grew up in America, speak a certain tone of English, that of which you are used to and acclimated to, and now you're supposed to believe that they are you, even though they look completely different. This is madness, y'all. It's bedlam, as they say. There is not another person likened to your brother right now who gonna speak and tell you this like this. They can say this is plebiscite babble. They can say that this nigga just wants attention. I don't want attention. I'm not paying for ads. I don't buy subscribers. Right on. I drop this hot ass fire, and whoever gets it, and whoever don't, well, guess what? Fuck them. I'm gonna dust my sandals off at the gates of the city, and I'm gonna keep it trucking in this bitch. You can believe that. Like, oh, they didn't hear that? That's too bad. When they die, they still gonna die all the same, and they still gonna be held to account for everything all the same. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of it all, y'all. They'll not be able to say in a time wherein which the Most High God, no, it's all here. I'm in Babylon. I'm not in the tabernacle. I do what I like. Niggas get on camera in front of y'all high on crack cocaine and methamphetamine and heroin and all kind of prescription pills and hard ass drugs. All I do is smoke a little herb and drink. I'm still here, baby. Baby, I'm still here. What about them other ones, huh? And guess who don't need a red penny? This one. But guess who gonna take the blessings as they come? That's right, this one. Because my God is real. I praise him, I worship him, I do my best to do right by him based on what I understand. Because I know that my ways are not his ways and my thoughts are not his thoughts. I know this. I understand this. So when I get a little bit of that magical, heavenly heavens, dust that somebody accidentally let go and, didn't catch that little 1 nanogram molecule that fell down to your boy, and it, boom, perception. Take that thought, son. How you feel about that one? The Most High God is excellent. He gave me perception that the sons of Noah, triplets. That changed the whole basis of everything. And as my understanding has grown, how I see these things is more important. Look at this. Again, what color is most earth? A brown-like color. Dirt-like color. Right. So, whether it's darker than this or lighter than this brown in certain areas, it just depends on what the lay of the land is. But my point being this: for somebody to try to tell me, Demetrius, you indeed are not the color of the earth, I'd be like, whatever y'all say. I'll take their hit. But there's people who are. And I'm continuing that those people, again, I take nothing away from the scripture. You can't make Adam a pink-skinned dude out of brown dirt. Basic logic. But all the black in the world got niggas thinking that this dude who y'all are saying is a black man and the first man, now you're saying that all races came up out of him. You dudes are mentally ill. This is why we have nothing. Because they don't have to deal with any serious contenders. And the dudes who are serious like myself are outliers. I am not the standard. I'm an exception. That's why all my works come to fruition to a degree. The things that I say are true. I don't have to lie to you. I told niggas before they went into Ukraine what was popping off. I said after October 7th, it was like maybe 3 or 4 days later, at most a week later, I spoke. It was terrible. I was like, bro, they're dropping bombs that weigh as much as a car on these people. I was vocal about this shit. I was the one to say that Israel should have flooded Gaza, Palestine in general, with millions and millions of leaflets. I said that first before they even ever did the shit. So I don't need anybody to tell me how to think, okay? I know how things work. I understand logistics to a very high level. I don't need a person who can't be trusted to boil water to tell me how to split atoms. Do y'all get that? And I'm not talking down at my people. I'm talking to you. So if you felt that and you understand what I'm saying, you understand me. If you felt like that was an attack on you, fuck you. We're going to cook on them. Because I'm tired of people who never did nothing saying things like they did it. Bro, how you never been there for the people? Look, paying for your funeral, right? You know how dishonorable that is? But why didn't you buy them a pair of shoes? Why didn't you do that for while they yet lived? That movie Sinners was so deep. When old girl said, they didn't even buy my mama no flowers for her funeral. He said, we bought her plenty of flowers. All while she was yet living. Right. Where she could smell them. Understand me, y'all? It matters when you do things. It matters when you do things. When you're dead, I can do nothing for you. All I can do is pray for you at best and keep you in my memories and honor you as who you were in the memories, but respect the fact that you are no longer with us. This is the truth. So when you have all these individuals who don't even have the mental capacity to withstand the basic barrage of unintellectual attacks, this is why we're all in the position that we're in. Because you got one dude who thinks it's a good idea to sell crack to his people. Now 10 of them thinking. Now 1,000 of them thinking. Now the neighborhood is caught in between, should we do it or should we not? Even though they can see that this shit is a nuclear bomb that was dropped on black people. Like 10 nuclear bombs, nigga. Fuck what they did to Gaza, cuz. Fuck what they did to anywhere on the earth, my nigga. Look what crack did to black people, bro. Took my father from me. Facts. No joke, no laughing matter for me. So when I talk about this shit, nigga, fuck what they talking about, bro. My father was a light-skinned black man that I seen ride hard as fuck for black people. High yellow nigga. Born in Alabama. Grew up there. Graduated there. Real nigga. Not one of these niggas with loose ass hair or none of that shit. A high yellow nigga with an afro. Life is tough for some of those type of dudes. I'm glad I'm not high. I'm glad I got some brown to me. Maybe these days I might be all the way in. But back then, growing up in the 60s and 70s, that's tough. You got to prove yourself to all these chocolate and brown and, brown red niggas. You got to prove like you somebody unless they just got love for you. Right. But the straight hair, the good hair nigga don't got to prove nothing. Fuck out of here. Blacker than a dung beetle's ball sack and got the nerve to tell me, right, that I'm not a nigga enough because I ain't dark enough. But this bitch can't even braid his hair without the shit falling loose and looking like dead fucking straw within the day. And y'all, anyway, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Black people have been bamboozled into believing that we are all one. We are all not one, y'all. Fuck that shit. The same type of shit you practice with these niggas from wherever else overseas, you better practice with these niggas here. These motherfuckers ain't shit. These niggas will fuck your wife, pimp your children out, burn your house down, and kill the dog, all while they at it. Come on, man. And then tell you that you's a bitch nigga for feeling any kind of way. Why? I mean, bruh, what are we dealing with here? They'll kill a whole family of people in cold blood because a nigga wouldn't let them borrow $50 and call you a snitch if you tell the police that they did it. What the fuck are we dealing with here? And I'm willing to call out people from my own designate bloodline like I am from any other one. Nigga, ain't nobody safe. This shit is for anybody. This toilet paper wipes all asses. Can you dig that? Across species, breed, all that shit. Gender, don't none of that matter, bro. This toilet paper is gonna wipe all their ass. Okay? We're gonna blow all their noses and wipe all their asses in this motherfucker. Can you dig that? You got me fucked up, nigga. Somebody black as the crow con at me. Blacker than my hat gonna tell me about anything. And a nigga, again, got little beady eyes and straight ass hair. And there's a bunch of them running down there in the South. Y'all know what I'm talking about. See, y'all don't want to talk about it. Because they got baby mamas that look like that. They got the baby daddy that look like that. Right. The crow's like, this nigga never lied. Again, why would I lie? Why would I lie? Tell him, Crow. That Crow done seen all kind of niggas. That Crow know that that Crow know the difference between an Ethiopian and a regular nigga born in America. That Crow know the difference between a Somalian and a regular nigga. Believe that. See, that Crow's not confused. Word? That Crow's not saying that sparrow is a little pigeon. They don't do that. That seagull's not like that crow is a little raven. They don't do that. They know what time it is. And I'm trying to get my people an understanding of knowing what time it is. When you look at people, this is why knowing their genosis is important. I need to know who your parents are. I need to. Nigga, you don't get to just talk about black people and both your parents ain't niggas. Oh, fuck no. Oh, you got a white parent and a black parent. The other parent ain't even half black or some other shit, where at least they have their own struggle that they can bring to the table and talk about it and not come from the oppressor's point of view, but from the oppressed. No matter how their people treat black people in whatever country, I guarantee you the motherfuckers coming up out here are all oppressed. They couldn't cut the mustard because they was oppressed, but they also had no gumption. So they didn't stay to fight it out. Right. The real ones stay. The real ones die there because they understand this is our only chance. However, since we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. And for people to tell me that a person who has a non-black parent, no black in them at all, nothing. This motherfucker's a Turk or a Mongoloid all the way. Don't look nothing like no nigga, don't got no nigga features, no nothing. You're telling me that they should talk about black people? For real, for real? Y'all feel comfortable with Vlad Putin talking about black motherfucking problems? I don't talk about Russian problems. I don't give a fuck about Russian problems. They're not my problems. You understand me, niggas? Czechoslovakian problems are not my problems. Ukrainian problems are not my problems. I don't give a fuck about them on that level. I care about me and mines. I want me and mines to be on this bitch forever and ever and ever. I want somebody to look like me, who looks like me, who acts like me, who talks like me, who walks like me, who feels like me, who is me in the next form to be on this bitch forever and ever. And I don't give a fuck about the next ones. Can you dig that? If it's like that, let's talk about it. And all the black in the world got you niggas thinking that any one of these motherfuckers can represent us, nigga. Like I said, bro, you can't be the rep if you're not the rep. I represent us if I have to. Like I said, nigga, if I got to lay my life down for all of us, don't worry. I got it. I'll bear that burden. Because there's a bunch of cowards who talk shit, who just want to sip caramel maki fucking autos, okay, and fly to Hawaii and bullshit like that and act like they're doing something. I'm out here frontlining in this bitch. I'm just giving y'all an update in my mindset. Again, this ain't no breakaway video. All my shit goes together. Just understand that the black people who helped to destroy societies in whole are not all the same as the black people who helped to build them. You need to understand that, recognize it, and appreciate it. One of these days, it's going to be too late for everybody to really stand back and hear a piece like this and be like, damn, that nigga was just, hey, he was telling the truth. He kept it 100. It don't matter. At that point, you wouldn't even have 2 pennies in your pocket to rub together. You'll be just thanking God that you have one last breath to breathe. People, wake up. The end of all this shit is coming upon us. It is upon us. They are actively trying to find ways to extricate people from any means of society as they can. And regulating the thought that this is a normal thing, as it should happen, as if it's some sort of form of evolution. This is madness, people. Again, bedlam. I want you to understand that it's up to you. Captain Planet said one thing that is reigns true, my people, as I get ready to end this out. The power is yours. Right now, as you live, you have the power. You just don't realize it. You just don't understand it. And if you do realize and understand it, your misutilization of the power is why the other people around you are weak. I deal with strong people who are strong in here, and have strong souls. I deal with, I believe, some of the strongest people on the earth in all realms. That's a fact. I believe that the Most High God has blessed me to deal with very, very unique people who are extremely blessed. I think about these people all the time. From Brother Roger Spice, Mike Woodard, to our young brother Martin Etta, right on. I always pray that that brother's doing well. Our young African brother. You know, his people don't like me. It's okay. I love them anyway. Even if they did sell some niggas, I'll let it go. That just means that y'all got to get on that front line and stand 10 toes or 12 or whatever y'all got. You're going to have to get the fuck it in. Or you can't be bullshitting now, nigga. It's time to go all the way in. For all my other brothers and sisters who know that they are powerful, extremely important people, not just to my own dynamic, but to the dynamic of the environment that they're in, continue to be the blessing that no one else is on the earth. You are the light that is not only in the dark place, but you are the only light. You are a remnant of the light of the world. All my people, understand this. All the black in the world are all not the light of the world. My beautiful people, you are the true essence and the true salt of this earth. Do that which is right, brothers and sisters, and righteous may fall upon you. Do that which is wrong, and evil will fall upon you. It's that simple. It's that simple. It is really that simple. May tomorrow be better than today. And may your next week be better than your last. Continue to be strong within yourself and know that strength is the ability to let go. It's the ability to let go of your pride and your ego, to let go of the tears that you hold in. It's the ability to let go of the things that you think are important and realigning your spiritual self with physical self. The Most High God will continue to look upon you and to give you all the things that you need. But you must look for him and not only speak about him out of your mouth, but in your actions, do for him all that you can. Because no man can recompense him. It can't be done. What he gave us cannot be replicated, duplicated. It can't be. I bless you. I really do. And I just hope that you guys understand that all the black in the world is not black. Or is it?